everyone, my name is Courtney Lindner. Thank you so much for coming today. Today I'm going to be talking about creativity and innovation, and I'm speaking to you as a business to help you to understand specifically how to have creativity and innovation incorporated into marketing yourself and developing a brand that can help you to express your goals as a business and where you're trying to go. Does anyone recognize this picture I have here?
Yes.
Yes. It is the Mona Lisa by the famed Leonardo da Vinci. If I were to ask, does anyone have any idea anything else Leonardo da Vinci is known for aside from like the Last Supper or Mona Lisa paintings?
No, a statue.
A statue, maybe?
He wrote something.
He wrote something?
Yeah, he did a lot of research and science stuff.
Okay, research
Design
science,
things.
he wrote something, maybe a statue. Who is Leonardo? Leonardo, here I have some different roles that he played. He was a sculptor, he was an artist, he was an author, an inventor, a scientist, really an amazing man. And so we do have some of his artwork left over, and that's what he's very well known for, but he's actually in history documented as one of the most diversely talented, creative, and intelligent individuals that have ever lived. And I wanted to bring him up because his background, what makes someone that creative? Are you just born that way? Why was Leonardo able to have this incredible creative capacity? And how can we, as individuals today, mimic or learn from his diversity and how he incorporated that into his profession and his personal life? First, I want to go over some myths of creativity, help us understand what it is and what it is not. There's some common misconceptions that really tend to block your creative flow or your ability to believe that you're a creative person. And a few of those I've listed here. Creativity is trying something new. Creativity is thinking outside the box, a form of self-expression, and it's able to be cultivated. I think that's a really powerful point. Many people believe, as I'll go through in the myths, that you either have it or do not. Creativity is not linked to how smart you are, reserved for the few, only shown through art, or something you either have or do not have. Google is a wonderful example of a creative company. They are one of the most innovative and dynamic companies that are available today. And the technology that they do is top of the line, mainly because within their organization, they foster a sense of being able to express yourself, do things your own way. They really encourage spending free time. They're at the office. You have flexible hours. It's just a very unique work environment for developing creativity and innovation with their employees, which translates into how successful their company is. One of the main ways that you can develop creativity is to understand your market. Before you can develop a brand that's really creative, you have to authentically know who you're marketing to and what they're looking for, so that you can really tailor your colors, your message, your themes to connect with that audience that is going to then build your business. That's the first point that I would say is really important for developing creativity. The second point I have is to give yourself time and start small. It's really important to maybe just incorporate little pieces of creativity into every part of your day. I have an example. When I was married, my husband recommended, I just was feeling kind of blah about life in general, kind of run down and tired, and he recommended, Courtney, I remember when you were a little younger, you were creative. You really liked art, you really liked, writing, and I've noticed you haven't been doing that lately. I think maybe you could try picking back up journaling or artistic skills. And we took a Sunday evening, and I just drew and painted, watercolored, sketched. And I definitely noticed as I took just small steps like that, not correlated with my business or not correlated with any of my big goals, but really just a part of my daily lifestyle. As I did that, I noticed how much more energy I felt, how much more vitality towards other areas of my life when I learned to think outside the box and believe there's no right or wrong way to be creative. I think that's a big misconception, and one that definitely stifles creativity, is your belief that you have to do it a certain way. creativity looks like art, or creativity looks like being different than everyone else, when really maybe your form of creativity is just doing something different for you, not necessarily gauging your actions or your outcomes on society. The third point is don't be afraid to be different. I think especially in group settings in organizations such as here at Tedeschi Wellness, each individual within this group plays a different role. And if each of you were trying within your roles and within your marketing and your personal branding to only represent Tedeschi Wellness, the entire company, I think, really would be hurt by that more unified collective appeal, since each of you as individuals run and own and market your individual businesses and your personal skill sets that are unique. And so I would encourage you from a creative and innovative standpoint to really consider what you offer to your audiences, and you know them, that was the first point, and then consider what makes you different than everyone else who's in your office. So in conjunction with being unified, I also would recommend understanding why you have something unique to offer and finding ways to communicate that to the patients who come through, to clients and individuals that you meet on the street. Now we're going to do a creative exercise. I have some papers here for each of you that I'm going to hand out, and you can take a minute or two, and I'm going to have you design a logo for your company, implementing these aspects of creativity. So think about a way that if you already have a logo, try and do one that's different. And remember the 3 points. Think of your individual customers' needs and those that you're marketing to. Don't be afraid to be different, and let it take time. I'm going to give you a minute or two to do it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone comes up with. You can go for it now. So creatively scribbling away. I'm excited to see your masterpiece. Okay, you've got about 15 seconds left. Maybe wrap things up. I know it's short. It's just to get some general creative juices flowing. Okay, you don't have to show these to anyone. Maybe we can share them at the end if you're interested in doing so. But I hope that activity helped you to feel that you were getting outside your comfort zone and exploring something new so that you could present yourself in a way that you feel is authentic and unique. In closing, I have this quote: "To live a creative life, we must lose our fear of being wrong." I know personally that has been something that has affected my life. I felt more liberated, satisfied, and like I contribute to society in a unique way when I'm not afraid of being wrong. And living an empowered, creative, and innovative life has absolutely changed my personal business and my interactions with others. I hope it can do the same for each of you. Thank you. Sure, you can